Hi, my name is Amanda Awakens, and I make content that uplifts, empowers, and inspires Black women. And that's all you need to know. So let's talk about my interracial dating journey. So my interracial dating journey starts back in 2011. I was a senior in high school. I met a boy. I fell hysterically, madly, deeply in love with that person. And I will never know for sure, but I think he did too. And I think those emotions scared him away more than any of the other factors that we had against us. We were your traditional star-crossed lovers, but instead of having class or some family title as the reason that we were separated, we had race. And that destroyed me. And I never thought that I would recover. Do you know what it's like for a 17-year-old girl to be told that her boyfriend, his parents would kill him if he took her to prom? Yeah, it sucks. So after that situation, I didn't date anyone for quite some time. I mean, come on, I was like 17, 18 years old, so really, I didn't have any business dating anyways. I was barely fully formed, mean less fully functional. So I stopped dating for quite some time. And when I finally did start dating again, which was later in college, I was dating strictly within my race. I did not want to risk being hurt again in the way that I was hurt in my senior year of high school. If I was going to be heartbroken, it would not be because of the color of my skin. And I want to make this clear. I was not unhappy at this time when I was dating within my race strictly. I didn't feel like something was missing. I didn't think anything was wrong, and nothing was wrong. I want that to be very, very clear. I am so unbelievably grateful for the Black men that I dated up until the relationship that I'm now in, because they were amazing people and they all taught me something in such a graceful and just beautiful way. So as I've said before, this is not an anti-Black men channel. I don't do anything anti-Black. So I want to make that very, very clear. So fast forward and it's 2017. And here's a photo of me holding a kangaroo. What can I say? I'm a sucker for animals. And it had been some time since the heartache that I felt in high school, that I experienced in high school, and I met a guy, and I liked the guy a lot. And I didn't necessarily want to because we had such a tight friend circle, like inner friend circle, and we were such close friends, so I was really afraid of liking him. But you know me, or if you don't, now you do. When I like you, and I like you hard, and it's like inescapable for me. But this time, there was something distinctly different about my interracial dating experience. And you know, it was probably that I was like 24, 25 instead of 17 years old. It also could have been that me and this person connected on such a deep level, at least my perception. You know, he was a reader just like me, and he was a writer just like me, and he was down to earth, and he was absolutely hilarious. And that was like the first adult relationship that was an interracial dating relationship where I felt like, oh, this is what this can be like. Like, my race does not have to be at the forefront of our entire relationship. It doesn't have to color every single facet of our relationship. But alas, it didn't work out, and that was okay. I was not devastated because we remained friends, and we're still friends to this day. So totally cool with how things panned out. So fast forward and it's 2019 and I get a new job, and I get a job at a school who has a philosophy that I've never even heard of until I applied for the job on Indeed. So I get the job, I moved to New York, I get my first apartment, and everything is awesome. It's just like fairy tales and rainbows. And then I meet a boy at a bar with the most dazzling blue eyes and a voice like a late night radio VJ in the best way possible. And that was history. except it's still present, and like I hope it keeps continuing. And ultimately, I am sharing my story with you because I want to give you some insight on how I obtained the insight that I now have so many years later. And this is what I want to share with you. The first thing I learned from my interracial dating journey is that preferences really are natural. Preferences are just natural and inherent to the human existence. What is not natural is when your preference is not based on what you like, but based solely on what you dislike. It's honestly okay to have preferences. I prefer white chocolate to milk chocolate. This was such a bad time to say that, but anyways, I prefer broccoli to green beans. I prefer cheesecake to, I don't know, like brownies or something. We all have preferences. What's not okay is when I say, oh, I only like cheesecake because brownies are terrible, brownies are loud, brownies are fat, brownies are ghetto. That's not okay for me to just like cheesecake because I hate brownies. And the same thing goes for racial preferences in dating. It's okay to be attracted to certain things. It's not okay to be attracted based on malice that you have towards someone else. Second thing that I learned from my interracial dating journey that I really just want to say to all of my Black women out there is that it's okay for you to want who you want and for you to like who you like, and within limits, but it's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. I was so often shamed, and I still am shamed as like an almost 30-year-old person. I'm still shamed for the person I'm with and some of the people that I have dated. And I just want to tell you that if you are happy and you are actually being treated fairly and with respect and with care and graciousness, it literally does not matter what other people think. It doesn't matter at all, and you deserve to be happy. You can and should have the life that you want and deserve. And lastly, the thing that I learned from my interracial dating journey is that people are gonna try you. Like, people are gonna try you up and down the streets, back and forth. People are gonna try you. And you need to know exactly what you stand for. Because I'm telling you, you're gonna hear some out-of-pocket commentary from colleagues, from friends, from parents, from even your spouse or your partner. Like, you're gonna hear crazy things. And you need to know where you can compromise and where you can't. Because the reality is, not everything bothers everybody. When it comes to race, everybody is not triggered, is not angered by the same thing. For instance, I don't like when non-people of color use the N-word. To be honest, I don't like when people of color use the N-word. I feel like as Black people, we should move beyond that word anyways. But I definitely don't like it when a white person, or really anyone who is not a Black person, uses the N-word. I hate it. I'm not willing to compromise on that either. If my white boyfriend calls me, or even in general, uses the N-word, like that's that. That's it. That's done. It's a wrap. Like, that is unacceptable to me. And you have to figure out what is your that's that. What is your that's a wrap moment or action? You have to figure out what you stand for. You have to figure out what you stand for. Alright everyone, and that is it for me. I hope that you enjoyed tonight's video, or maybe it's today whenever you're watching this. And thank you so much for tuning in and taking this time with me. So until next time, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.